Hey kids, it's me, Julian Greystoke, and I'm here with another tag for you. Today it is the OMG That Song tag, which you've probably seen going around booktube spreading like wildfire. As usual, I was not tagged, but since when have I ever let that stop me? Also, this tag is going to be a little bit different. Most people just play the songs that go along with their books, but you know me, I gotta be different, I'm gonna sing them. Because I don't like speeding up my songs, and I also don't like YouTube being a butt about copyright stuff, so you're gonna be subjected to my singing. Just brace yourselves for that. Here we go! Question 1, My Jam, a song that you will always listen to and a book that you won't get sick of. I don't know if there's a song that I will always listen to forever for the rest of time, but there is a song that whenever it comes on my MP3 player, I don't skip. And that is the Calamity song by the Decemberists. And if there is a book that I can guarantee that I will continue to read even when I'm old and gray, it is The Hobbit by J.R. Tolkien. So I'm going to serenade The Hobbit. Had a dream, you and me in the war at the end times. And I believe California succumbed to the fault line. We heaved relief as scores of innocents died, and the Andalusian tribes, setting the land of Nebraska alight, till all that remains is the arms of the angels. The next one is Throwback, a song that you used to love and now makes you cringe, and a book that does the same. Okay, I'm gonna start with the book, because the song is really embarrassing and does make me cringe now. I'm going to go with the Song of the Lioness series, not because I don't like it anymore, but because Tamara Pierce has grown so much as a writer that now when I go back and read Song of the Lioness, I can really see some of the problems that she had starting out, and it's not as good as her later books, and so even though it is a big part of my childhood, it's not as good as it used to be. And now, are you braced for this cringy song, Teenage Me Why? Wake me up inside, wake me up inside, call my name and save me from the dark, bid my blood to run before I come undone, save me from the nothing I become. Yeah. Embarrassment. Next up is Replay, a recent song you have on repeat and a new favorite book. Well, I don't know if this is a recent song, but it is a song that I have recently had on repeat, and a book that I have really come to like is Dark Triumph, the second in the His Fair Assassin series, and this song actually kind of works for it. Allow me to serenade. And did you think this fool could never win? Well, look at me, I'm coming back again. I got a taste of love in a simple way. And if you need to know why I'm standing, you just fade away. Don't you know that I'm still standing better than I ever did? Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you by my side. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. The next one is This Song Gets Me, a song and a book that express who I am. Well, we're going to talk about the book again first, and that would be Dealing with Dragons. Cimarine in that book is the sass queen. She is who I want to be when I grow up, and I think I've achieved it pretty well. And as for a song that expresses me, this song is my pump-up song. This is my personal jam that I think expresses me really well. And they won't call me mother, or sister, or wife. They will know me or not. By the strength of my life I will burn with a light of my own. They'll know me as Joan. They'll know me as Joan. Number 5, the question is, what? This is weird, but I like it. A song and a book that are kind of odd, but you really enjoy it. For this one, the book, I'm going with Feed, which is the first in the Newsflesh trilogy. Even though it is a zombie book and has a lot of elements of zombie book, it really went in a completely different way with it. Having it be about, like, social media and how we get our news in the zombie apocalypse future, and you know what? I can dig it. But now, for a song that is weird and I enjoy for some reason, I don't know, my brain sometimes. Apologize in advance. racing all around the seven seas, chasing all the girls and making robberies, causing panic everywhere they go, party hardy on Titanic. Sailing, sailing, jumping off the railing, drinking, drinking till the ship is sinking, gambling, stealing, lots of sex appealing, come let us sing the sailor song. I don't know why that makes me happy, but it does, okay? It just does. The next one is Let's Go, your pump-up song in a book that inspires you. Well, I already sang Joan, so I need a different pump-up song, but what about a book that inspires me? I'm gonna have to go with the entire Becca Cooper series by Tamara Pierce. If you have not read it, please go read it. Do yourself that favor. Seriously, what are you doing with your life? It is the best of her series in my humble opinion, and it makes me want to write that well. It makes me want to create such lovable characters, such an engaging world. And for my pump-up song, because I've already sang Joan, I have another pump-up song that I really enjoy, so I will now sing it to the Becca Cooper series. Here we go. You know, in some ways you're a lot like me. You're just a prisoner, and you're trying to break free. I can see a new horizon underneath the blazing sky. I'll be where the eagle's flying higher and higher. Gonna be a man in motion. All I need is a pair of wheels. Take me where the future's lying. St. Elmo's fire. The next one is Chill, a relaxing song and a rainy day book. Well, rainy days make me feel kind of melancholy, and there is a certain book that I always turn to, especially when I'm feeling kind of down, and that book is Speak. It's still one of my favorites of all time. If you haven't read it, go check it out. There's just something about it and the main character that really just draws me in and makes me feel comforted. But what about a chill song? And if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know? Number 8, Addicted, a guilty pleasure song and book. Well, for my guilty pleasure book, I had to go with Cruel Beauty. I couldn't even tell you why I like it. Links in the doobly-doo to the review if future me remembers. It's like cotton candy, it's like sweets, it's like something I don't need, but at the same time, I just had to keep consuming it. This song, it is a guilty pleasure because it is so cheesy, so just over the top, and it works really well with this book because that is kind of too. Do you remember there was a time when people on the streets were walking hand in hand? They used to talk about the weather, making plans together, days would last forever. Here it comes. Come to me, cuddle me, hold me, together we'll break these chains of love. Don't give up, don't give up. Together with me, my baby, break these chains of love. And number 9, Nostalgia, an old song you still like from your childhood and a favorite childhood read. Well, for the book, I'm going to have to go with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It is still one of my favorites from my childhood, and every time I think about it, I think about little me wanting to be like Lucy and finding adventure and just always looking for it wherever I went. And to become a queen, I wanted to become a queen at like 8 years old. So fun fact, growing up, my parents have really interesting taste in music, and one of my dad's favorite artists is Jethro Tull, and so I heard a lot of Jethro Tull songs growing up, and this one has always been one of my favorites, and it still has stuck with me, and I think it's probably my favorite Jethro Tull song. When you're falling awake, and you take stock of the new day, and you hear your voice croak as you choke on what you need to say. Don't you fret, don't you fear.
Are you done saying?
Yes, it's my last one.
Aww.
So there you go, that was my OMG This Song tag. I hope you liked it and weren't too offended by my singing voice. There were a couple of times where I was a little bit offended by my singing voice, but I'm not gonna refilm this. What you get is what you get. If you, for some reason, do like it when I sing and want to hear more singing in my videos, check out a playlist linked in the doobly-doo, Julian Sings Things. As always, I post new videos Mondays and Fridays, so come check those out. All the links to my social media are also in the doobly-doo, along with everything else. The entire known world is probably in the doobly-doo right now. I will see all of you guys again next time with whatever it is I happen to be doing next time. Bye!